Hey, my name, I just got out of bed. It's 10:44. Hey, hello, my name is hellorodney. Well, that's not. Hey, I'm hellorodney. Thanks for clicking on my video. I've done 1,401 videos. 1,401. This is my 1,402nd video. I can't even say, hey, hi, I'm hellorodney. Thanks for clicking on my video, which I've said probably close to 1,400 times, or more, whatever, or less. Yesterday I got out of bed, my internet was off. So I called the company. Hey, what's going on? Because it happened a little while back, you know. They said, yeah, you're the first person to call about this problem. It should be finished in about between 2 and 24 hours. Sorry for the problem. Well, maybe you should give me like 3 years free service for this. I wish you could. Can't do it. That's all right. So that was a perfect excuse to go to the coffee shop. So I went to the coffee shop, and I got there too late to see my coffee shop buddies, but I went to, because what happened then was a friend of mine, an old friend of mine, from freaking many years ago, like 7th grade, 8th grade or something like that. 8th grade, I think. That's known as about the 8th or 9th grade, somewhere in there. So he had invited me, him and his wife had invited me to go to this softball thing, the Senior Olympics. He's in the Senior Olympics softball. This is okay, man, I'll go. This is, I've known him, you know, I met him at his house. I was talking to his house. He lives down in southern New Mexico. So I said, yeah, I'll go, man, you know. Just call me and remind me. So he called it me, and reminded me. But the location was like, from my house, was like about a 150-mile round trip or something like that. So I said, nah, you know what? I don't really. I just was honest with him. I said, I don't want to go, man. I don't feel like going. It's long. Yeah, and then I called him back later, and he understood, you know. Because I know this guy for a long time. I mean, we lived in Phoenix together. And so I got to thinking about this. Dick, you're a dick, man. The guy's, you know, what a dick. So I called him back, you know, and said, well, look, if you're coming through, when are you coming through Albuquerque? And he told me, he said, well, why don't you stop by, and I'll meet you in Albuquerque for lunch. He said, okay, you know. So I met him and his wife for lunch, and because I'd gone into Albuquerque so soon, I went by and picked up my friend Roberto, who's been in my videos. You know, I think you've never seen his face in my videos. His are the hands helping me as he's given me a shave many years ago. Roberto. He's a good guy, man. He's from San Francisco area. He moved to California. He moved to New Mexico. They had a big earthquake out in California. He's fucking bailed out, man. And he bailed out, I think, in the early 70s. He moved to New Mexico, and so I met him in '86. So we've been friends since '86. And so he and I went out to have coffee at the coffee shop, and then after that we went over and met my friend and his wife. So it was really nice to meet those folks, and for him to meet my buddy Roberto, and for Roberto to meet these folks that I've known for a long time. And matter of fact, Victor. That's his name, the guy from southern New Mexico. His wife, come to find out, his wife was a cheerleader at this high school, which was at the same time as my first girlfriend. Like when I was like 16, they were on the same cheerleading squad. I didn't know that. Oh man, that's funny. That is really funny. But it's not that funny. Okay, so anyway, I came home. My computer was working. I didn't get in till late. I was searching all over the place for the stuff I needed. I needed a gallon of acrylic. That's all I needed. A gallon of clear acrylic. I couldn't find it. Couldn't find the stuff I got at Walmart, which worked perfect. It was like $18. I couldn't. Anything I found was like $40. I said, forget it, man. I'm gonna spend twice as much. And so anyway, I couldn't find it, so I screwing around all day finding that, and there had been an art opening previous. There had been an art opening that, where do we see? Oh yeah, so after we had lunch with my friend, we went back toward my friend's house, and that's where the coffee shop is, and there was Johnny G, the guy in the video, the bike racer in the video at the coffee shop. So we went over and sat down with him, and he was sitting with these couple of young guys who were artists from the university, and this other friend, this woman named Sky, who was from Canada. It was a really interesting woman. She's like a hockey player. She's getting older now, obviously, if she's hanging out with us, But she used to be like a freaking hockey player and a surfer. Now she mostly snowboards. I mean, she's very active, very very nice person. I really like her. She's nice, and shot the bull with them for quite a while, and then took off, and then we started the search for this clear acrylic, which we couldn't find any. And there had been an opening. It was an art opening that night, like at 7 or something. And I said, forget it, man. I'm not sticking around till 7 o'clock. And by the time we finished dealing with the looking for the acrylic and having a bite to eat, it was almost 7. So we went to the art opening, and it was kind of interesting. There was a lot of interesting old pieces there. Saints and Sinners was the title of the show, where they did all these basically religious paintings. Some of them were really astounding. And then there was this one thing called, what is it called? I don't know, some shit, this big giant thing made out of wood that was all twisted wood and stuff like that. It was sort of an exercise in twisting wood, it all twisted around. It goes up. It was kind of, it was a leg of wood, wooden leg, like a big thing about that big, okay, that was just like a leg off of a chair, and then it started getting carved into these squares, started going into a square thing, and then it split into these pieces of, like, square pieces of wood that I think there was 4 of them, or maybe there was more. I think there was only 4 of them, and they split, and then they started turning around, and they would connect and just go back and split around and do some more stuff, all twisty and everything. It was just like, some guy, learned how to twist wood and went fucking nuts. It wasn't that cool of a sculpture, really. Took up the whole freaking gallery at the university, and I thought, for the whole fucking main gallery for this, it was kind of dumb. And then they had, what else did they have there? They had prints, photographic prints that were beautiful. There were a lot of interesting prints from nice historical thing. That was good. But there was no food. As soon as we went into the gallery, that big giant wooden thing was in there, the centerpiece of the whole show, right? So immediately I went downstairs where the other, because that's where they usually have the buffet. No food. No fucking food. Maybe it was too early. Maybe we're going to bring it later. Because it wasn't quite 7. That's probably what happened. I wasn't happy about that. Artists always go to those things for the food. Because you can go and see them. They can be up for a month. But if you go to the opening, you get this. You get to see some people and have some nosh or whatever. So it's beautiful out. It's overcast, and see this pajamas. I think my daughter gave me these. They're nice for this type of weather. It's overcast. I bet my buddy's softball game got rained out this morning. He was supposed to play at 9 o'clock. Of course, it's about, from here, it's about 70, 75 miles from here, so who knows what's going on over there, but this looks like it could have, because it was raining yesterday in Albuquerque, so I don't know what's going on over there. Anyway, it's nice right now. Still struggling with what I'm gonna do, you know. Fuck. You know, I should just make some freaking jewelry and try to make some really nice stuff, you know, because I've got tons of the stuff to work with. But I need some place to sell it. This is a little experiment I'm doing. That made it red. That's covered, and this is just glazed. Oh, getting back to the I'll be so freaking glad to get rid of these fucking curtains. I mean, hey, this is you know, I put them up because of the summer, to keep the sun out, because otherwise this place would be freaking scorching inside, you know. So there's a little troop of people standing up ready to say hi to somebody as they come by the parade, or maybe that is a parade. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So I was searching for this acrylic, and I came home and I said, you know what? Maybe I'll research wheat paste. I think wheat paste will work. I think wheat paste will be just fine. I can whip up some wheat paste and just use that, because I think wheat paste would actually work better in some ways. And it's the thing about that is that, you know, if I need acrylic, then I can buy acrylic and I can put it over the top of it, and it'll bond fine. So maybe that's what I'll do, is I'll make wheat paste, because I've got a situation going on right here where I'm doing some studies. Actually, I've done the studies. These are the studies. That's the flag, made from the same stuff you see over there. And I don't have that much material. There's a lot of material over there, but by the time it's finished, it takes a lot of material to make one flag, because of the design of the fabric. You know, that design right there takes four times as many stripes as it does stars. So it takes a lot of fabric to make one flag. And this is kind of funny. This is some sort of, I don't know what this is from. I don't remember, but this is some packing material, and it looks like a retablo. You know, these retablos are things like this, and they're usually, let's see if it'll look, actually, it's more like, well, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. But these retablos are pieces that would close all the way. That wouldn't close all the way, but it would close all the way to make a box, and then you open it up, and there's some religious object inside there, and something that, I guess, I don't know if they had made them like that so they could carry them around, or, you know, or what, but that's more like a retablo kind of a thing. Man. See these glasses? See those? In the freaking trash. No, I don't want to throw them away yet. I might find the other piece. I might find the other eye thing fell out. That's why I end up with so much clutter. See something like that, instead of throwing it out, I'll find that later. Just throw the fucker out. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Oh, man. I've got a lighter somewhere. I want to light that candle. Here it is. That It's a nice little hanging candle holder. I like that piece. It's a fun piece. Well, there's nothing going on. I just wanted to do a video because, I'm addicted to doing videos. You do 1,401 videos on YouTube, it means that you're freaking nuts. That's what it means. Unless you got millions of views, and that means you're making a living, maybe, or maybe close to a living. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know how much people get for making videos. I know one thing: I wouldn't get a nickel for the videos I make, because you have to have a lot of views. You have to have like 1 million views for $1,000 or something. I think. I don't know if that's true or not. Oh, this is nice. See, the retablo would be something like that. Yeah, like this is nice. I should do that. I could put this right here like that, and then cover all of that back there with some kind of glue, and then see if that'll stand up like that for a while. I don't want to do that because I'll end up breaking it. But that's maybe what I'll do. Maybe I'll turn that thing into a retablo using that cross, and then I could cover the whole thing with wheat paste or some damn thing like that, and then cover it with like gold leaf, and then turn it into something like that. That'd be a nice piece. That would be a nice piece. Or I could treat it like this, which is. This is nice. This has got a really nice texture. I could texturize that retablo thing like that and then put that cross in front of it. That would be nice. Now I could put some of these beads on there. See, that's the kind of stuff I do. Stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff I do. Stuff like that. Oh, this is from my doctor. I got to call the woman today, and I think she's in North Carolina or South Carolina, and talk to her about the results of my tests. The cholesterol test was fine, and it says right here on the thing that my thiglobulin was fine, but I need to talk to her about that. I trust her more on the thiglobulin test. I do. I got to talk to her. Okay, well, there's nothing else to talk about. I'm dreaming of a time when the time was right. Oh, it was right, oh so right. The time was right, and I jumped through that hole of rightness. You're just a genius at poetry, man. You really are.